Sorry. Okay.
6 out of 10.
Very high.
A 2.
On a scale of
1 to 10?
1 being the worst?
Yes.
I'd say like a 5 or a 6.
Probably a 9.
Well, it depends on the day, but I'd say somewhere close to the middle. 5. I think it's dependent on each individual. Like, everybody's different, but if I had to like pick one, I guess I'd say men, because they seem to, I don't want to assume, but they seem to have less to worry about and stress about. Like, girls worry about their appearance a lot more.
Probably men.
Why?
I don't know, I feel like men deal with less problems than women tend to deal with, so that way they have less, so they just feel better, I guess, because they don't have to deal with as much.
Probably men have more self-esteem.
Why?
Because they're not criticized as much.
I think generically, it tends to be men who are a lot more confident and perceive themselves to be a lot more confident.
I think depending on which side you identify as, you have a higher self-esteem. Like, I think sometimes men have higher self-esteem than women do, but I also think as like a pair, like especially in couples, people's self-esteem is increased because of each other.
Depends on the person. Do you need a straight answer?
No, I mean, like, if you want, just elaborate.
Nope. Depends on the person.
Okay.
I don't know. Everybody's different, I guess. I think being a woman makes it a little harder to have a lot of self-esteem, just because everything that we see in society, like women have to be this and that and blah blah blah, you don't see that same effect with men, because it's just like, you're a dude, cool, go be a dude, have fun.
I think there's definitely like cultural images that you're supposed to identify with and like live up to, and being different than that can definitely affect your self-esteem.
I don't know. The most like basic answer that I think a lot of people would say is just the way that society affects that, the way society views how a man's supposed to be, how a woman's supposed to be. But above that, I think it's just like, not even being a man or a woman, just like how you view yourself and how that's different from how others view you.
I think I don't know, it's just like a tough question. Like, just being a man and a woman, being a different gender, you have different things to deal with, biologically and like in terms of everything, like just socially, it's just two different things. So like, men can't relate to women in certain aspects and women can't relate to men in certain aspects. So those kind of things can affect your self-esteem, just because they each go through different types of problems and issues and things they have to go about in their daily lives.
Social media and movies and magazines.
Social interactions, parental interactions, physical appearance, intelligence, athleticism, anything that can be measured.
I think your personal view on yourself, and especially the environment that you're in, because if you're in an environment with people who are telling you that, like, you're doing good and you're a good human or anything like that, it can increase your self-esteem. But if you're in an environment where you're constantly being told that you're not good enough, it can definitely push your self-esteem down.
A bunch of things, like family issues, home life issues, financial issues are huge. Like anything that just doesn't make you feel nearly as good about yourself. Just like depression, like mental health issues are huge effects on self-esteem.
I think social class and like where you come from, where you live, could affect it. I think the biggest one is just how you view yourself and the way that how you've grown up, I guess, is a big thing. and how you've learned to look at yourself?
I'm not a man, so I don't know.
I think men as a group, I think the biggest thing that they have to deal with is not being able to do anything moderately feminine without being seen as like gay or homosexual. And I think that's the biggest thing, is that I know a lot of guys who like things that are seen as girly and feel like they can't tell anybody because that would be, oh, you must be gay then, or what, like they just can't. I feel like men feel like they can't show a certain side of themselves because of the backlash that they would get.
I mean, even in men, there's collective groups who are like better than the other, supposedly. Like you have like frats and popular people, and then like you have the people who aren't so popular or socially accepted. And I think that like less judgment can help men or anyone really achieve higher self-esteem.
To just be, they're nicer to each other. Just going through like the stuff in high school, just seeing like how women turn on each other very quickly. Men do the same thing, but it's like for women, they have issues socially that men will never understand. Like, you know, some girls click like that, and some girls just hate each other right off the bat. Just seeing what I've experienced in my 18 years of existence, that tends to happen, and it's just very strange that doesn't tend to happen as much as with men as it does with women. Mm-hmm. It's very weird to me.
So just being nicer to each other in general. Okay.
Being more understanding and being nicer.
That's a harder one, because like society kind of sets women up to fail in self-esteem. Like you have all the magazines and all the models and all that, and it's not as bad for men, not even close. As well as girls can be itemized sometimes.
Oh, probably not being criticized as much, and like the same thing with social media, things like that. They kind of have like, there's like a trend, there's like an ideal body to have, and if you don't have it, then they feel like they're like useless.
Self-esteem. Probably not being a woman, just because women are looked down upon, even today. Like, it was such an archaic thing to have reservations about women being in power and women being powerful, and even today people are afraid of that. They don't want to give women equal pay, even equal rights, and so I think not being a woman would give me more self-esteem.
Probably a higher sense of reason, or sense of like purpose, like more purpose to my life, I guess.
I don't know. I mean, I don't even have a low self-esteem, but if I did, probably having like friends, and I mean, obviously having like a significant other would probably help too. Yeah.
Literally just the ability to talk to people and have them understand, have them care and relate is a huge thing. Relatability is a big thing which could help self-esteem improve, just because you can talk to someone who's been there and has gone through the same stuff and can tell you this, it gets better, or something along those lines.
Just, I don't know, that's hard. I don't like that I put that question on there. I don't know, the biggest thing is just, I'm not the typical female, so I feel like that sometimes, and normally I just don't really care, but sometimes I feel like I'm not enough because I'm not cute and girly or feminine, and I'm a little bit more rugged and tough, and I don't really care to dress up in skirts or do a face full of makeup or whatever. I feel like if that wasn't such a big deal to other people, how I acted, I feel like that would give me a lot more confidence in who I am.
I think what would give me a higher self-esteem would be to just ignore the social norms and just be able to be who I am.